Hey everybody, it's Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025, and this is Off the Ledge, and it is the first day of the sign of Leo. The sun goes into Leo, so all you Leo lions out there, this is your season. Carpe diem. Shine brightly. Roar like a lion. This is the time. And the new moon is on Thursday, so good time for all of us to do a reboot, clear out your space, do what you need to do to feel like you're entering into a new phase, new beginnings that have to do with shining, being on the stage, being loud. Yeah. Anyway, in a little while after this, I will be going out and knocking on doors and talking to people and shaking hands, and it's interesting because I talked about this type of thing, and I hadn't planned on taking out the papers to run for city council here. But on Sunday, if you go back and watch Church of Spirituality from the 20th, in the sermon I was talking about our need to be more courageous. That's the Leo energy. I might take some video of what it's like to go out and to get people to sign nomination papers, just people in your town. I want to inspire others to run for something. There's actually an organization called Run for Something. It might be runforsomething.org. I know last year I talked about it. I might look into that today. So let's go to Ernest Holmes for today. But before we do that, I pulled this off the bookshelf today. My best friend went to see Carolyn Mace. I had seen Carolyn Mace in the past, actually with my best friend before. And this book was signed by Carolyn, which is great. She's an amazing teacher. My friend put Annette Church of Spirituality up there, and then Carolyn signed it. And it's a book of prayer, entitled Intimate Conversations with the Divine. So I'm going to just read you a little bit from page 180 that's called May Day, and it's really about what's going on in our country and how stressful it can be. I'm just going to read you the little grace prayer. Lord, grant me the grace of courage. I don't know what I might face tomorrow or even later today. But these are no longer ordinary times. Every day holds the possibility of encountering a person who needs someone to speak up for them. What if that spokesperson needs to be me? Hover over me, God, and fill me with courage. It is too easy to run for cover and pretend everything is going to be just fine without my help. It won't. Nothing will be fine unless each of us is willing to confront the darkness. So let's think about speaking up for those who cannot speak up for themselves. That's the kind of time that we're in right now. This is a test to see how much we are willing to take care of one another. And I just want to say that I feel really good that I'm starting to see some chutzpah from people that have had enough and they're just not going to take it anymore. And no matter what you think about whatever you saw of Hunter Biden going on a bit of a media tour, no matter what you think about Hunter Biden, man, I listened to some of what he's saying out there, and it's like, ditto, my man, thank you for saying it. I went on my rant last night at PNN about how they treated Joe Biden, how they treated his father. After 52 years of public service and getting this country on its feet, we had a roaring economy. Speaking of roaring lions, we had an economy that was the envy of the world. Everything besides MAGA, everything was working. And I want everyone, this is what I wish. I want everyone to think about how great we can be. And think about how this is just an effing freak show. And it doesn't have to be this way. So think about this fascist regime out out of there more regularly. Think about it a lot. Let's go to Ernest. We partake of the nature of God. Once again, God is whatever God means to you. The higher power that invented you, that created you, is God. The Spirit of God hath made us, and the breath of the Almighty hath given us life. It's from the book of Job. No one can doubt that God is perfect, but Christ said, "Be ye therefore perfect, even as God which is in heaven is perfect." And he had already located heaven within. We too can locate heaven within. Go to that peacefulness. He also said, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven." By which he meant that when we do the will of God, earth will be like heaven. That is, the without, what's on the outside, will be like the within, what's on the inside. For the two really are one. Therefore, our claim, our affirmation, our prayer, and our acceptance, our communion with the infinite, should always be based on the realization that God is in and through his creation, as well as around and about it. When we make this claim, we are not speaking from the standpoint of the little isolated ego that we appear to be, but rather we are acknowledging, accepting, and agreeing with a perfection that already exists. You and I had nothing to do with the creation of this perfection. We did not think it up or plan it out or cause it to be. For this we should be profoundly grateful and humbled. For the human mind is finite and limited. Our claim, rather, is one of identifying ourselves with the divine, recognizing its presence, and accepting its action in our lives. And so it is. I do feel a rising up of people. It's very strong today. And it might be the Leo energy of just like, okay, we've had enough. We reached our breaking point. Look out. We're coming after you. Let's listen to Kathy Beale. And I mean really, we're coming after them. We're taking them off of their unearned, stolen pedestals. Humanity needs to be put in the place of this horribleness. There's some horrible stories. Well, we won't get into it, but there's some really horrible stories about what ICE is doing to human beings. And we need to just, we've had enough. Makes me so angry. Okay, ready? July 22nd, here's Kathy Beale.
This is Kathy Beale of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro Insight for July 22nd, 2025. The outlook is somewhat steamy today. Emotions are running high. People are more touchy-feely than they've been for the last couple of days. There's also a very strong look at me vibe, and if you aren't paid attention to, well, you could take a lot of things personally that maybe don't really have much of anything to do with you. Or maybe they'll just be an epidemic of the munchies, or all of the above. That's all for now.
It's a good day to go out and campaign for signatures. Sounds like it. Always remember, don't take anything negative personally. When somebody lashes out or says horrible things about you when you haven't been doing or saying horrible things, that is a projection. And my guide said to me a while back, and maybe you've heard this line before, that it's people that are hurt people that hurt people. Doesn't excuse that behavior, but it gives some perspective and gets us to a place where it's like we can pull back that feeling of like, oh, I can't believe that you're attacking me personally, me, because it's not about you. when somebody's nasty and horrible towards you and you've done nothing to sort of incite that within them, then that is not on you, that is on them. And when we look at Dumpy and all that's going on there, he's like the textbook example of that. Cannot deal with his own horribleness, so he has to just point to everybody else and say, they're that which he is. That's gotta be a miserable life, let me tell you. By the way, I just want to mention before I pull these 3 cards that I was yesterday expressing my lack of enthusiasm for what I'm doing here on YouTube that has nothing to do with the people here. Love you guys. It has everything to do with YouTube, and just as confirmation, I was listening to Milu, you know, Psychic Milu. You guys probably watch his show. And he's been saying the same exact thing. He's been citing the same exact problems with YouTube. YouTube doesn't want us to be truth tellers. And I heard that Benny Johnson, who gets paid, I've read it, by the Kremlin to spew Russian propaganda. And I think I saw a figure of something like $400,000 a month or something crazy like that. Don't quote me on that. I heard that Benny Johnson, hateful liar, who was going around with alligator Alcatraz merch. I heard he has the biggest YouTube channel. We are fighting back, people. We are fighting back hard. 3 cards for today. Go get him, everyone! I will do my best to do a pop-up today. What the heck? It's a beautiful day. It's really a perfect day. And you all need a video from outdoors, right? It's been a few days. Nice, cool video by the water. This is so true. Intensity today. Intensity around our right to exist in the midst of this insane politics. We are winning. I read energy. The energy of democracy is winning. It's all there. We just need to sort of grab the ball and play, right? Grab, get in the game. The energy of democracy being fought for and winning is gaining great intensity. And because we know that our existence depends on us showing up. So there you go. Everybody think about the country that we were. Never perfect, but we were doing really well, and we were a sane and humane country. Crime rate is down, by the way, just so you know, and it was way down under Biden. Think about the country that you know is possible again. All right. I'll see you soon. Namaste. To book a session, go to psychicannetdion.com. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. See you soon. Bye.